Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest for this Hornets home game. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You look at the Hawks, and it's the Hawks to start out. Now, Poole. And there's the drive. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Greg, on paper, this looks like a real mismatch. These teams have very different expectations.
And in any matchup like this, the early stages are important. The team coming in as a big underdog has to keep it close, otherwise things can go south in a hurry.
Now, here's Poole. Off target with his three. Here's Miller. And Ball sends it back. The Hawks shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
You know, this season versus last, they've seen a decrease in their success at the free throw line.
Here we are, Greg, watching Atlanta. This team has a lot of firepower.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
Now, here's Bull. Into the lane. Good work defensively by Holmes.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And it's Ball penetrating.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
Here's Poole. Pass to Ball. Kicks it out to Terry. Buries the long-range jumper.
A growing part of Ball's game. Good to see him connect from the corner.
Here is Edwards. And here is Ball. Guarded by Poole. To the middle. And Holmes throws it down.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
Now, here's Poole. Can't get it to fall. Poole with the steal. Pass to Terry. Now, Okongwu. Poole with no one around. Nice form on the 20-footer. Poole's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Holmes. Clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Grady Dick. Well, the last time, GA, the Hornets made the playoffs was back in 2016.
And that was during Steve Clifford's first stint with the organization. I'm sure that played a factor in their decision to bring him back as head coach.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Hawks. And Bull wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. And it's Holmes off the drive. The kick out to Williams. Now here's Ball. Miller outside. And Ball sends it back.
You've got to be aware of Bobo. He's got a 7'8" wingspan. If you are anywhere near him, back up even more to make sure you can get that shot off.
The Hawks leading. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Got that bucket in no time at all. Poole's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Bull. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
I like seeing Bull be aggressive inside and not allowing physical defense to bother his shot.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Here's Bull, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Clark, here we are looking at a player like Bull. Big man who continues to improve.
And part of that improvement clearly is work ethic, taking coaching, but also he's a confident young man. He believes that he belongs in this league, and he backs it up with how he carries himself and how he plays. When you've got an imposing force like Bobo, you expect to see him at the line a lot.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Here's Cassell. Randall outside. Kicks it out to Terry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shots good by Miller.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Martin wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And the Hawks making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Hornets trail by 5. Ball feeling it out a bit. Randall grabs the board. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Cassell, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Ball. Here he goes. And Ball slams it in.
That sudden burst by Ball is so effective. Zipping in before the defense can react.
Here's Cassell. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Good if it goes. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hawks lead by 5. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
19.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Hawks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
And Atlanta has possession following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Cassell, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Pass to Martin. Back to Rozier. Back to Martin. Ball with it. He takes it in. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
possessing outstanding height at his position. Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
And players and coaches want a consistent whistle, Clark. Isn't that harder, though, when minor contact can be called a foul?
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but I do think the officials do a great job. At the NBA level, there's more latitude for physical contact. These are the best players in the world. They're also the most athletic and the strongest players in the world. So giving them room, and I think the officials do a great job of officiating the game the way it should be. And I understand the cry about consistency, but remember now, the officials, much like the players, coaches, and broadcasters, they too are human.
And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way.
In transition, Randall extremely mobile for a power forward.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. 6-point game. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Buries it from 3-point range. Cassell's got 9.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Pass to McGowans. The kick out to Rozier. To stop the run. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Picked by Randall. Here's Cassell, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Hawks making a switch here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Edwards. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Shoots over Pokuševski. There's Williams. Pass to Holmes. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup. Holmes got his second basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Terry outside. Trying to find Pokuševski and gets it to him.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, LaMelo Ball is young, but he certainly has words of wisdom already. He says, everybody always asks me, what's my slogan? 2 words, be you. You just got to be you from the jump, and whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. If you ain't you, you're already lost. That's a fact. Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. More than comfortable in his own skin. David, thank you. And it goes down 2 points. Rozier's got his first bucket in this one.
Inside, Rozier certainly doesn't have the height advantage, but he's quick and crafty and can find ways to the basket.
Fast break now for Charlotte. And finished off by Edwards.
And, Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Now, here's Poole. Connects from 3-point range.
3 points.
And the Hawks lead by 10.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Shots good by Williams.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 7, and the shot is good. Poole's got 9.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
The Hawks leading by 8. Randall surveying the D. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He has his momentum going forward. And Randall's playing downhill. It's really a foul waiting to happen.
For Atlanta, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Going to the line, shooting 2.
That one is off.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randall has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
And he's good on the second. There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. There's Miller with the 3. Miller grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Launches a 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
To the wing on the left. Picked off in midair. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hornets trail by 12. Pass to Holmes. Now Williams. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Randall with the ball. Here's Okongwu. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Ball. For the 3. Randall grabs the board. And Randall has got the ball here for the Hawks. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Shots good by Miller.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Outside for Randall. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Okongwu.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Tell you what, he is a really special passer, LaMelo Ball. His ability to fit all kinds of passes into really small windows, phenomenal.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
The Hawks leading by 16. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by Williams.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And one thing with LaMelo, Clark, he has so much length at that point guard position.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's listed at 6'7", but he's got a much bigger wingspan than that, which allows him to effectively throw passes over the top. And I think it helps in him being disruptive as a defender, too. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Atlanta, timeout. Get up and get noisy, fans. For your Hornets, War Squad. Your Hornets, War Squad.
Here's Cassell. He's got 11. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. For Hornets coach Steve Clifford, the key is defense. He says trying to outscore other teams doesn't work. You have to do the things that take effort, like rebounding, getting loose balls, and putting your body on the line. You've got to build a game that'll actually work at the end of the year when you play the important games. Kevin, back to you.
All right, DA, our thanks to you.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Cassell. Puts one up from 19. That one a little long. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Terry. Pass to Bull. Takes it inside. Misses the layup. Hornets trail by 21. Stolen by Terry. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Oh, my, what a play. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Charlotte calls timeout.
For your Humvee.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Here's Holmes. It's deflected. It's Poole with the drive. Count the basket. Poole's got 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now, here's Poole. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Ball. He's got 7. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Ball. After the basket by Atlanta. Stolen by Terry. And now Dick moving the ball. No one back to stop him. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
All game long, they've had active hands.
And guys, guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
Pass to Pakusevsky. Back to Bowl. Hawks passing it around. Poole with it. 5 on the clock. Almost, but it rolls out. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
From about 19 feet, in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Hawks with possession here. Driving in, and he goes in for the dunk.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And these days, you know, Clark, the trade for a star player takes a stockpile of draft picks, doesn't it?
Well, that seems to be the one way you can assure yourself of getting a proven star somewhere in the area of his prime. You know, and it doesn't always work out for both parties. Teams typically, in that case, would have to mortgage a bit of their future to get a player of that caliber. So it is tilted towards more risk than reward in most of those scenarios.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Poole up top. Out to the right wing. Pass to Terry. And here is Poole. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Washington, that's for 2. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
Ball coming onto the floor for your Hornets.
Here's Atlanta now.
Number 5.
Good momentum, 8 straight points. It's Poole with the drive.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
To the right side. We love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs. And also, I like these 2-game, like, baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
Right side, Williams. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
That free throw, no good.
At the line for your Hornets, Mark Williams.
And the second free throw, good. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Cassell. To the inside. Here's Bull. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Miller with a wide open look. Charlotte again missing.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on him.
Here's Cassell. The shake. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
For three, Edwards. And the three ball is good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And there's a minute 40. Finishing with force. Whoa.
Shook that building all the way up.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Sinks the three-pointer. And that's now 20 points from Brandon Miller.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
To the paint. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory for the Hawks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jordan Poole.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Cassell, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Here's Cassell. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home